Welcome to a place where hearts unwind, infinite threads that gently bind, love and compassion in every line. Together we rise through space and time.
Hey, welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm your host, Bob. A lot of heroes never wear uniforms. They don't appear on television. Nobody writes books about them. Most people outside their immediate circle never even know their names. And yet, they're everywhere. I was thinking about that recently when I noticed a neighbor helping another neighbor. There wasn't anything dramatic about it at all. No emergency, no crisis. Just one person taking a little time out of their day to make someone else's day easier. And that's all. I mean, that's simple. And yet, it got me thinking. The world is full of people like that. I mean, full. You know, like we talked about yesterday, just things we don't see, and they're all over. The man who notices an elderly neighbor struggling with a trash can and walks over to help. The woman who checks in on someone who lives alone. The person who mows a lawn for a friend recovering from surgery. Or how about the neighbor who keeps an eye on a house when someone's out of town? I know it seems small. These aren't the kinds of stories that attract much attention at all. In fact, they're so common that we often overlook them. But you know, maybe that's exactly why they're important. When we think about what makes a community feel like a community, it's usually not the buildings, and it's not the streets, and it's not the location. You know what it is? It's the people. It's the feeling that someone would notice you if you needed help. The feeling that somebody cares how you're doing, or that you're not facing the world entirely on your own. I think that's something human beings have always needed. Long before social media, long before smartphones, and long before modern life became so freaking busy. People depended on one another. And while the world has changed, I don't think that need has changed. We still need connection. We still need kindness. We still need reminders that we belong to something larger than ourselves. Sometimes that reminder arrives in surprisingly simple ways. Years ago, neighborhoods often felt very different. People sat on their front porches. They talked over fences. They knew who lived down the street. Not perfectly, of course. You know, every era has its challenges. But there was often a greater sense of familiarity, almost a family feeling in just a town. Today, it's easier to become isolated. Very easy. I've done it. I've sat in front of that screen for hours and days. You can live next door to someone for years and barely know their name. That's one reason I appreciate these small moments when they happen. They remind me that the spirit of community hasn't disappeared. It's still here. You see it whenever someone offers help without being asked. You see it whenever someone notices a need and quietly steps forward. You see it whenever a person decides that another person's well-being matters. The interesting thing is that these acts are rarely complicated, guys. Most don't require any special skills whatsoever. They don't require wealth, and they don't require a large audience. They simply require attention. a willingness to notice, a willingness to care. I think that's one of the overlooked truths about kindness. Many times the hardest part isn't helping. That's not the hardest. It's noticing that help is needed in the first place. The neighbor across the street doesn't wake up each morning thinking that they're going to change the world. They're just living their life. Yet, through 100 small actions over the years, they may make a tremendous difference in the lives around them. A ride to an appointment, a package brought to the door, a quick phone call just to check in, a few minutes spent helping someone who can't quite do something alone anymore. Small things? Well, yeah. Yet those small things add up. In fact, I suspect many people can look back and identify someone like this in their own life. I'll bet you know someone. Someone who was always willing to lend a hand. Someone who quietly made difficult days easier. I've known many. Someone who never sought recognition and probably never realized how appreciated they were. The funny thing about goodness is that it often travels farther than the person offering it ever knows. One act of kindness creates gratitude. Gratitude often inspires kindness in return. And before long, something beautiful begins moving through a community. Not because anyone planned it to, but because people cared. As we've been exploring this week, there is a tremendous amount of good happening every day that never becomes a headline. I think the neighbor across the street, I think they're one of those stories. Not a celebrity, not a public figure, just a person choosing again and again to make life a little better for the people around them. And guys, honestly, that's the kind of story that I wish we heard more often. I know it happens, but it's not covered on those TV screens or on the computer. Because, you guys, those people are everywhere. And the world's a better place because that they are. We need to open up our eyes, we need to look, and we need to participate. Sometimes that is hard, believe me. I've got enough social phobias, but I'm working on it, and I see what it does. So give it a go. And you know what, guys? I love you very, very, very much. And you know what I need you to do? Go out and pass that on, okay? Later, Gators. Bye-bye.
Fears.